LM Studio built its reputation as the easiest way to run AI models on your own machine, and now it's betting that reputation on a brand new agent app called Bionic. The surprise in the research, Bionic's coding and document features genuinely deliver. But the frontier models it advertises run 239 to 800 gigabytes, so on real home hardware, they land in Bionic's paid cloud, not on your GPU. By the end of this video, you'll know whether LM Studio is still the easiest local AI or whether the Bionic pivot broke what made it great. This one's about LM Studio versus Allama, the other major local model runner. XDA ran a month-long, hands-on comparison, and the gap wasn't close. On day one onboarding, LM Studio scored 9 out of 10 against Allama's 4, a 5-point delta, because it felt like a regular desktop app, while Allama demanded command line comfort first. Model discovery went the same way, 8.5 versus 5, thanks to LM Studio's built-in Hugging Face browser against Allama's CLI flags. On technical barrier to entry, the gap widened to 5.5 points, 9 versus 3.5. XDA's verdict, in their words, LM Studio won this by a mile. I went through LM Studio's official docs, its privacy policy, and hands-on reports from XDA and Hacker News to test 5 of its biggest claims against the actual evidence. Bionic is LM Studio's new agent app, and according to official docs and press coverage, it does real work. Coding, where it inspects, explains, and edits codebases, scores 8 versus Allama's 6. Document and spreadsheet generation scores 7.5 versus 5.5. But here's where the claim strains. On local-only execution on home hardware, Bionic drops to 5 against 8, a negative 3-point delta. Community-reported evidence says the frontier models, Gemma 4 Core 12B aside, run 239 to 800 gigabytes, so they need Bionic's paid secure cloud, not your GPU. Is Bionic a step forward or a step back from Classic? On maturity and stability, directional evidence puts Classic ahead 8 to 6, a battle-tested runner against an initial preview. But on pure use case fit, it's a genuine tie, 7 to 7. Classic runs models. Bionic runs agents. On platform availability, Classic wins 8 to 5, since Bionic, as of July 2026, community reported, has no Linux build. Different tools, not a straight upgrade. Stick with me because the last 4 tests are where this decision actually flips. One of the biggest problems I run into when using AI agents is turning their output into YouTube content I can actually use to market my product. That's why this video is sponsored by Subscriber, a tool that helps business owners connect their AI agents to YouTube and market their products without spending 10 hours every week creating content. You can connect Claude or ChatGPT directly to Subscriber. It then analyzes your business, website, and YouTube channel to help you create SEO-optimized video ideas, scripts, thumbnails, and even complete videos that actually match your brand. What I like most is that every week, Subscriber gives me a list of high-potential video ideas I can immediately execute, and it can even help edit videos for me, with or without my face, including videos like the one you're watching right now. It's easy to get started, and you can try Subscriber for free using the link in the description below. Now back to the video. Here's the one where community trust actually took a hit. On homepage and primary download, Bionic wins 8 to 6, according to the vendor's own site, which now leads with Meet Bionic. But Classic runner availability flips that, 8 to 6, because the model runner is still fully downloadable, not removed. Community trust is where it gets rough, 5 versus 8, with one Hacker News commenter telling LM Studio directly, "I think you've totally blown it with a lot of people," over the cloud direction. According to LM Studio's own privacy policy, local data privacy scores 9 to 5, since no messages, chats, or documents ever leave your device in local mode. On true data privacy, with 0 cloud retention, LM Studio pulled clearly ahead once the workload got real. But community trust in that cloud promise drops to 5 versus 8, community reported, with Hacker News users skeptical of 0 retention claims given industry patterns. Cloud data retention holds up 2, 7 to 6, under a 0 data retention policy for transient cloud requests. LM Studio Classic wins on the fundamentals. Beginner ease at 9 versus Allama's 4. Full local privacy at 9 versus 5. And it's still the more mature, stable runner across Mac, Windows, and Linux. Bionic wins on ambition, real coding, and document work, scoring 8 and 7.5, built into one sandbox agent app. But Bionic loses ground fast once you leave the demo, dropping to 5 on local-only execution and 5 on community trust, both times because the local promise runs into cloud dependency and skepticism. Here's where the second pick clearly pulls ahead. LM Studio Classic wins this comparison 4-0 with one tie and an aggregate score of 7.3 against Bionic's 6.1 across 15 scored tasks. The decisive reason: beginners and privacy purists get everything they came for from Classic today, while Bionic is still an unfinished pivot that needs the cloud to deliver on its biggest promises. If you're choosing right now, Classic is still the easiest local AI on the market. Marketing calls Bionic local AI, but the frontier models it's built around are 239 to 800 gigabytes. On real home hardware, that means you're routed into the paid secure cloud, not your own GPU, no matter what the homepage implies. If you want the deeper Ollama comparison referenced in Test 1, that full breakdown is the next video worth watching.